Welcome to Global Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading specifically about love. I better turn those around. So we're going to have number 1, number 2 and number 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Just zone in, perhaps on a crystal, a posture or a stack, and see which one you're drawn to. If you enjoy the reading, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. It really makes a difference to me, and I'd really appreciate the support. We're just starting out, so this is a brand new venture for me, and it would be really great to get some feedback, hear your thoughts. Right, let's begin. So, number 1. If you chose number 1, then these are your cards. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, lovely, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting. The 4 and the 5 of Wands, so there's definitely a progression from a sort of initial place of, in fact, there's 2 sort of progressions here. So we've got, let's start with the 2 of Cups, because this is the marriage, isn't it? The initial marriage. This is the Mythic Tarot deck. And then we've got the 8 of Cups, the walking away. She really has no choice. She has to leave to go on a journey. Actually, in order to get her love back, she has to do that. So it's very probable that right now, and there's of course conflict with the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands was a time of sort of planning and peace before that, where things were just starting to get going, and then suddenly you're in conflict with the 5. So it looks to me like, just to say what the background would be, it looks like there was a coming together of souls, a soul union with the 2 of Cups. Things moved very quickly, and plans were made and arrangements were made, and it was all meant to go in a certain direction, but then suddenly out pops the dragon and a conflict ensues, and this has resulted in your partner or your significant person kind of emotionally walking away and leaving you. Now, I mean, I only say that because it's a how are they, feeling about you reading, but it could be that you've walked away. I mean, these things are sort of vaguely interchangeable. So, we've got let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So I'm just going to put that there in the center. Let go of control issues, and we'll come back to that. And I think with this reading, we'll just have a look. We'll go straight in with how are they feeling and what's going on here, because there obviously, has been some sort of, I would say, an argument, quite a sort of, probably a fight for resources. I'm getting a sort of a who's what with what. This is like an ego battle or a battle of wills. So you're not really having. What is a fight when it's just that? I mean, it's easily resolvable, isn't it? If you let go of control issues, if it's the ego that's saying, oh, I must have things my way, no, I must have things my way. Well, who really can win a fight like that? Nobody. So how are they feeling about you? So I'm getting the feeling they've gone away. So you guys are in a separation right now. And we have the King of Swords, the Magician, the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and we've got the upside down 4. Okay, so they're not going to let this one go particularly easily. They feel as if they're the one who's being victimized, right? So, and they feel powerless, and they don't see in what way they contributed. However, they're not prepared to. It's weird because on the one hand, there's so they think that they're the logical one. They're the one that is apparently reasonable, and you are the one who is being unreasonable. But they are the one with the power. They can actually turn this all around. I think you'd be really open for them to do that. But also, this does feel like this is an ending. So something, I think some very harsh words were shared, and they've just been stabbed completely. They feel utterly betrayed. I shouldn't laugh. I mean, we've all been there, and it's not pleasant. But this is in many ways is a situation of their own making. But even if it's like, even if you're the codependent one, and they're like behaving in a narcissistic fashion, whether they are or not, I don't know. I mean, it's just an example. But even if you're the one that's being nice and always appears to be compromising, sometimes that in itself can be a manipulation. They feel like the victim. They really do. They've talked themselves into it mentally, and they're not going to let this go. Okay, so how do they feel about you? We're not seeing any cups here. The Two of Cups, you were their partner, that's, if there's any cups on the table, it's that you were the one, and they've had, in that walking away, that was a very sad time. So I think they feel really quite upset, but with the Eight of Cups, it is necessary to walk away. Now, whether that's for a transformation to occur, or it's indefinite, I don't know. Couldn't say, couldn't tell you. I mean, the thing is, it says here, let go of control issues. So I think what we need to do is just understand the interaction between the two of you. So I'm just going to pull some cards to clarify these. And really just ask, what's happening in relation to you. In terms of the future, where this can go. Okay, so we've got a Page of Cups. The Tower in reverse. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so them being so stubborn is I think it's wearing you out quite a lot. And interestingly here, underneath we've got the Two of Swords. So there's a sense that from your point of view of, you've got to have a confrontation either way. You're being exhausted by their stubbornness. Their sense of victimhood comes from a place of actually, I think, feeling a bit threatened by your sense of empowerment. However, they have this ability to turn this all around, and with the upside down tower, I think in order to not have a full scale crisis, I think they will turn it around. You've got the Page of Cups, which is typically romantic, but the in love with love thing, and it can be a bit immature in terms of, so what they say may not seem like the right thing for you when they initially make contact. But I think that they have something deeper behind that, which is their will to, I think they want to bring the wills align and bring them back. The Page of Pentacles here, there's going to be a message. There's no doubt about it. There's been an ending. Whether or not this has sort of been discussed yet, I think it will be with the Page of Pentacles. There will be some sort of message regarding this ending. And, the good thing about the end is it's it's just at the end, so then it starts from the beginning again, right? So everyone knows, oh look, it's the Ten of Swords, but you know, there's a sunrise over there somewhere, it's coming. It's just a bit dark at the moment. So if you let go of your control issues, and they can acknowledge something, so something's had to end, they've had to always, something needed to change, right? I think we need some advice cards really, because to me this, I don't see many cups. I mean, even in this spread, there's not many cups. I'm not seeing a huge, enormous sense of love here. I'm not sort of getting the feeling that this relationship is based on love. I mean, there's control issues, there's fighting, there's the coming together and moving away. And this might just be that it's the Two of Cups. Yes, it's a soul union, but often it's very early in the union. And it's in the stories, they don't really know each other yet, but they've just sort of got married. So maybe this is part of, with all these swords and pentacles, it's about growth, development, to try and find something stable, something real, and to sort of understand how you two communicate, right? I think you can be the stabilizing influence here. You can actually perhaps avert the crisis. It's you who can bring the abundance and the sense of you're not victim, you know. You can let go of control issues. There's a lot that you can do that I'm seeing you being empowered. So, well, let's just get some advice then. These are the animal cards. Love them very much. And we have truth transcends illusion. Okay? And perhaps with the swords, that's what needs to happen. Maybe you need to have this confrontation. It's not the time to sort of bury your head in the sand, to avoid. Without a doubt, they've emotionally distanced themselves. They're in a place of logic right now. They're open to reason. If you can let go of your control issues and speak the truth, it will transcend the illusion. So if they stop being a victim, and if you stop with your control issues to perhaps victimize them, then maybe they can be empowered. Maybe they can take a stand and step up to the play, you know? So let's have a look now for a sense of outcome. Where's this going? Where's this relationship headed? Give us 3 cards. I want to know where it's going, what the outcome is. Okay. We've got the 6 of Cups. Okay, so there's a sense of looking back. The 7 of Swords in reverse. And Temperance. Okay, this is pretty good. Underneath it, we've got the 10 of Cups. So that's your happiness there. That, you know, that's what everyone wants, isn't it? The 10 of Cups. With Temperance, it's a sense of balancing out your emotions. And the 6 of Cups is, you know, it's that looking back. So maybe there needs to be a separation for a little while. And with the 7 of Swords traditionally being deceit, but it's in reverse, so it's self-deceit. I think when the illusion is dispelled, when the truth comes to light, whatever that is, it might be, hey, I was coming from a place of my ego. You know, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to control this. I want this to be natural. I want to go with the flow. Yeah? Which is Temperance, Sagittarius. Like, take it as a lesson, an adventure, a journey. It's the journey. It's not all about the destination. It's not about this labeling it, you know, pinning it down. So I think there needs to be a little bit of distance for the sense of nostalgia and the past. And you know, after a fight, no one really remembers the good times, so they're just still angry, all of this. This needs to pass so that the cups come back. And I think they will come back. They're going to remember the good times. And I think whoever it is who has a false sense of their own idea of the truth, that needs to be dispelled, and they need to come into the truth, whatever that is. And from that comes peace. And with peace comes reconciliation. All right, number one. So I'm just going to pull one card and just ask, what is the best energy to approach this relationship with during this time where there's been conflict, where there's been upset, where there's been a lot of harsh words spoken, hurtful words, words that have led to perhaps the ending of a relationship. And Angel says protection. Okay, so I think this is about you really just protecting your heart during this time of upset, when there's conflict, when there's change. All right, number one. I hope that was helpful. Please leave comments and tell me what that meant to you, and you know how the situation's going. I'd really like to hear about that. And if you enjoyed the reading and you want more from Global Tarot, please do subscribe, like, and of course comment. I'd love to hear from you. There'll be more pick a card readings, and coming up soon we'll also be doing zodiac readings for the month and halfway through the month as well. I hope you've enjoyed that. Take care. Namaste. Okay, if you picked number 2, then this is your love reading. I'll just turn those around. This is your love reading where we're asking the question, how do they feel about me? By me, I mean you. Okay, so these are the Mythic Tarot. We've got the Magician, Hermes, very youthful looking there. We've got the Nine of Cups, lovely. The Tower, and the Hermit. Okay, and from the Love Oracle we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so the Love Oracle is saying it's okay to express your love. And there certainly is a sense of after everything that's happened, you know, there is a sense of reunion. This is probably, I would imagine, been going on for quite a while, this relationship. It's been through a very, very intense, quite possibly sudden, but certainly illuminating and enlightening kind of transformative process. With the Tower here, Poseidon is like a force from the unconscious that just seems to wreak havoc or come out of nowhere, and he's so powerful and creates all this change and disruption. And then you have the Hermit, who, you know, has probably been going through quite a lot behind closed doors with the Tower. But the Magician, how do they feel about you? They want to get back together. This is, they've been through a lot, and I think they've probably gone away to process with the Hermit. They've had to process a lot by themselves. With the Tower, it's probably been really enlightening for them, but do they want you back? With the Nine of Cups and the Magician, absolutely. And I think you're going to find that they're quite prepared to make that happen. So if you haven't heard from them, I think it's interesting. It says express your love. I think, yeah, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Absolutely, go ahead, do it. My goodness, absolutely. Ooh, How do they feel about you? We've got the Six of Cups. So I think whatever the turmoil was, they've kind of integrated it, the rough sea into the smooth. So it was a bit choppy before. They've learnt something. You've actually taught them something. Something they needed to know on a sort of spiritual and intellectual level, maybe, about themselves. This tower moment that happened really shook them. Really did, to the core, you know? And I bet that took them really by surprise. I bet it did. Okay, so we have the... I love this. Look at those pantaloons. They're so sweet. So we've got the Page of Cups. Ooh, the Five of Wands here at the centre. So it's a bit still quite rough there. We've got the Sun. And the Queen of Wands. So I suspect that's probably you. How do they feel about you? Look, they feel really romantic towards you. Underneath it here, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So I think there's probably been issues in the past with the balance in the relationship, with the give and take. With someone taking only and someone giving only. I mean, that gets old really quick, right, for both parties. They feel really romantic towards you, there's no doubt about it, and they enjoy your company. They just feel happy, like you light up the room. When you're there, you light up the room. But for some reason, there's this... I think you're competing with a few other things in their life. They've got quite a few things going on at the same time. So you're probably not getting all of their attention. And that's creating a sense of conflict or competition between yourself. And so, you know, maybe that doesn't feel too good for you. But how do they feel about you? We've got a cup card here. It's the Page. They're going to let you know with a message soon. And I think they really respect you. I think because you've somehow, between you've instigated this huge tower moment where, I don't know if you've ever been atop a hill when there's been a lightning struck. This is the lightning struck tower. But if you were standing at the top of that tower and the lightning went, for a second, if it was nighttime, the whole landscape around you lights up, and for a second you can see for miles. So after you've seen what's out there, you know, oh, it's just sea, or oh, it's just rolling hills, whatever is out there, and you see it. And they've seen something. You've helped them to see something. So they respect you because you've done something, or maybe you've been the catalyst, but they have romantic feelings, and they're moving certainly towards a more calmer, more happier, peaceful place now. So I think you're going to be hearing from them very soon if you want to go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I really think the cards are looking good. There's nothing there that says don't. Do it. Go ahead. So just in relation to you, I'll just pull a few cards. So, ooh. Oh, how lovely, the Lovers. The Star. We've got the King of Wands paired there with the Queen of Wands. So that is what we would call, and look at this, the Knight of Cups, another romantic stud. You know what I'm seeing here, number twos? This is so beautiful. I'm seeing a regal pair, the King and the Queen of Wands together. So you do belong together. You two are on each other's wavelength, okay? You've got the Lovers. This is you making a choice and bringing happiness to them. I think the choice for you is a bit of a no-brainer here, because I'm seeing you, apart from this one, we'll come to that in a minute. How can you deal with this conflict, this sense of not being number one? You're competing with everything else. Maybe they're busy, they've got a lot going on. Maybe there are other people vying for their attention, but how do you cope with it? For you, it's just inspired stuff, you know? It's something which you can somehow draw some kind of inspiration from. You can turn this difficult situation into a really inspired one. And I think that the way you do that is you approach it in a friendly manner. You know, the Star, it's like an Aquarian card, isn't it? You know, how else can you possibly approach such a thing? You wouldn't go in there all Mars or anything like that. This is in an enlightened manner, in a friendly manner. And I think you can dispel that quite easily. There's no need for you to feel that you aren't in a good position to compete with. It's just, there's no competition, end of story. With the Star, there's hope. You bring hope to that. So you can bring optimism, you can bring light, you can make a big difference in this. You can have a huge sway in how this goes. You have that power within you. It's all about the decisions that you make. You can choose love or you can choose fear. And I'm seeing that if you choose love, you're going to bring a lot of happiness and clarity to the situation. I think it's okay for you to express love. You don't have to fear. You don't have to fear what's going to happen, you know. I don't see that they would reject you with this spread. The King of Pentacles, this is you. So, this is sweet. This is like the King of Pentacles. This is a commitment that I think you're prepared to make. And they might be, they might not be ready for it with the Page of Cups, because there's a touch of immaturity hinted at there, but on their side. But it is still romantic, and we do have the Knight of Cups under there from you. So I think there's romantic feelings all round. They may not have been too mature about some things, but maybe that was part of what they learned. But you, with the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, you're in charge of this outcome. It's okay. You're in charge, right? Now, we've got the Two of Swords. There might be what's going to bring you to this sense of peace. What's going to bring them to this sense of peace? With the Two of Swords, there's some kind of confrontation that needs to happen. She's blindfolded. She'd rather just bury her head in the sand. She doesn't want to look at it. She doesn't want to deal with it. But actually, if you can deal with it, I think that's going to bring some kind of peace. And I think with hope, this is fantastic. I just love this. I think the balance is coming back. The romance is there. I'm going to pull an animal oracle just to get a sense of any advice for number 2 in terms of this relationship, of anything at all about the best way to move forwards, or a mantra to keep in their mind. We have lay a solid foundation. Okay, so that sort of is interesting, and I think that's the decision that you're going to make there. With the King of Pentacles, it's a commitment. It's about being committed to that outcome that is, if you want a long-term outcome with it, then yeah, lay a solid foundation. A tree can only grow as high as its roots go down into the ground. So if you want this ending, if you want to establish this as a relationship that is going to go the distance, lay a solid foundation. Okay, number 2, that was your love reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe for more from Global Tarot. There's going to be loads more coming up. So if you click on the bell, then you'll get notified of lots more pick a card readings. We've got about quite a few every month coming, and also, I'm running a competition at the moment. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning a free personal reading, 1-to-1, then just subscribe, like, and please comment. I'd really love to know the outcome, or just how that was for you and what's going on and how you feel about it all. Okay, namaste. Okay, so if you picked number 3, welcome to your love reading, where we're asking the question, how do they, feel about me? And by me, I mean you. Okay. So, I pre-shuffle the cards. We've got the Ace of Cups. These are the Mythic Tarot, which, of course, Liz Green and Julian Burke together. I mean, what a combo. Justice, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and hang on a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. Okay. You know what? I have to say, I couldn't have. If I was watching this, I would be really excited right now, and I hope you are too. Now, the Ace of Cups is like the birth of something, right? I always think of Justice as Venus, so, but it is about balance, and yes, I suppose you could say it's more the intellect, I guess, like Libra, then perhaps more than Venus. But we've got 3 cup cards, the Ace, which of course is a cup full of love, and then we have the Page of Cups, which is, you know, romance, and the Knight of Cups, which is romance, but it's coming hard at you. So, hello, number 3, I don't think you have much to worry about unless you want to break up with this person, because they are not going anywhere. They want you. They want you big time. I mean, I don't know, an engagement, your love is ascending. This is the ideal reading for someone who wanted, like, to know deep down that they're the person that they're, you know, fretting over. If you wanted to know that they're there, longingly missing you and wanting to gesture towards you in a romantic way, wanting to hold you close to them, wanting to swoon and gaze into your eyes, then, oh gosh, I dropped all the cards. Then yes, this is definitely the reading for you. I hope everyone chose number 3 thinking about it, and I hope, well, anyway, love is love. Here we go. So how do they feel about you? Well, I mean, you're just not going to believe it. The 2 of Cups. This is like the most ridiculous reading. It's so good. The Knight of Pentacles. Hello? The King of Cups. How many cups? This is obviously, this person has a wealth of feeling for you. The 4 of Cups, right? And this is like ridiculous. The 9 of Pentacles. Have you been bribing the gods? Because I'm telling you, number 3, this is the best reading. This is the best love reading I think I've ever done. Okay. Ooh, underneath we do have the 7, but it was kind of in reverse, so I'll pop it like that. Little bit of self-deception going on. What's happened to you guys? To me, it looks like new love. It doesn't look like this is someone who broke up with you and is coming back, but it could be for some of you. You know, maybe there was something was imbalanced and they had to, or you had to, or something such to bring about the balance. There's been maybe a separation, but I'm telling you, that's not going to last. I just feel like, you know, whoever they are, they have nothing but feelings for you. This is someone who probably has cried over you if you've hurt their feelings. because I think they're really quite emotionally attached to you. Weirdly, I think that, because this card came out sort of in the middle, somehow as well, the love that they have for you is helping them to sort of master their own emotions. I mean, maybe they were ignoring them before, maybe they weren't involved in the emotional world. Like, suddenly, the Ace of Cups, you have awoken this huge reservoir of, like, feeling. They're just overwhelmed with all this feeling. We've got the Ace. Then we've got the 2, which is typically marriage, right? And then, of course, we've got here engagement. Your love is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now, we do have a 4. So there was a sense of perhaps a disappointment. And I think the only disappointment there is they didn't know enough about you. They wanted more. They wanted more of you. They were disappointed with that. But the 9, this is abundant. This is a level of abundance that is just superfluous, right? You've got nothing to worry about. In terms of, you know, how do they feel about you? Just, I don't think anyone's ever been more loved in my entire life. And this is a wonderful reading. So I really hope that you're enjoying it. We've got the Sun, okay, so there's clarity coming. The Ace of Pentacles, another one, with the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Devil in reverse. So letting go of obsessions. We've got the 8 of Cups, moving away from discontentment, okay. And the Queen of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. And underneath it all, we've got the 6 of Cups. Can you believe this? Can you? Because I can't. This reading is so different to the others. It's like, this is a very clear message of absolute, obvious, unparalleled, true love. Okay? It's true love. It really is. It's the King of Cups from the Ace. All the way through the deck. We've got 2, the Page, the Knight, the 4. All these cups, the 8. We've almost not got 1 cup represented. Okay, so the upside down devil, we're letting go here of our obsessions. We're letting go of the need to control and dominate this. We're going with the flow now. That's the new vibe in town. The Ace to the Knight of Pentacles, this has longevity. The Sun and the 2, this is a happy union of twin souls. The Queen of Wands, this is empowering, and I think this is an empowering relationship, and you're letting go of the disappointment. They're letting go of the disappointment of not having enough. It's all okay. Guys, it's all okay. I don't know what to tell you. It's almost like pointless me carrying on. I'm going to do 1 card just to, because in case you don't know what to do next or whether to text, you know, swoop in there with some flowers. I mean, it looks like you don't need to worry and you don't need to do anything. Let's just see what Animal Spirit says if you've got a message for number 3. The best way forward, it just says, dream the world into being. It's okay for you to dream the world into being, number 3. I'm so happy for you. That is, honest to God, the best reading. I mean, the nicest reading I've ever done for anyone. So I'm really happy for you and for the love that is obviously, you know, that you're obviously in receipt of, whether you know it or not. Isn't that lovely? All right, number 3, thank you so much for watching. This has been Global Tarot. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. And if you do all of those 3 things, you'll also be in with a chance to win a free personalised one-to-one reading with moi. Okay, thanks for watching and namaste.